Hello there. So wherever you are, whether you're standing or sitting or squatting already, just notice where your chin is. Like, where is the resting place of your chin? So mine is starting to move more and more forward, which is terrifying. So just notice how you would be if you got taller. And it's like somebody's pulling your ears up, more so than don't imagine pulling your chin back. Imagine getting taller up through the top of your head. So when I do that, suddenly the back of my neck and my shoulders and up into the back of my neck, it's just, oh, I just have space. Just feel that. Just feel that there's more space at the back of you. And then find the position you were in earlier. So when I do that, I feel like I'm kind of hanging a bit here, or I'm a bit heavy here. And then when I get tall again, that sense of rising up through the top of my head, my ears lifting back and up. Oh, my diaphragm relaxes a bit. I have a bit more space in my chest. So during the class today, we're going to try and grow taller. We're going to try and notice just, oh, what am I doing with my neck? Oh, what am I doing with my neck? And so I'm going to remind you, but see if you can think about it yourself as well, because those awareness tricks are what help us during our day with, oh, how am I sitting right now? What am I doing? What am I doing right now? So let's light our candle. Come. So you're either squatting or in some kind of supported forward fold of some kind. Remember your hair. Somebody was saying yesterday that every time they light it, they blow it back out again because they're so close to it. Careful of your hair. So just your intention. Who is in your candle, or what is in your candle, or what's your intention for the month? And just notice now, where's your neck? And how would you create space in your neck? And deepen your breath, setting your intention with a sense of spaciousness in your body, with a sense of connectedness in your body. Nice. Rising, coming up to stand. And just bring your hands to your hips and roll out into your hips. And as you do this, let it be a very wholesome learning and easing into your belly, your hips, your pelvis. You're deepening your breath. You're noticing the back of your neck and your ears getting taller. And so you're not stressing about your neck, but you're just creating space in your neck as you roll into your hips. And then roll in the other direction. When I make space in my neck, I begin to feel where my head is in space, which is really interesting. So as I roll my pelvis here, I'm going, wow, I can feel my head, which is really cool. Nice. So the next movement, go really slowly. Okay. It's strong into the knees, this one. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your hands to your hips and sit your bum back and sit down as far as feels comfortable for you. Okay. And then rising up, keep your feet flat. And imagine that you can bring your knees to the floor with your feet flat on the floor. It's not going to happen, but just learn that movement in the body. Sit your bum back and then kneel your knees forward. And you're going to feel some strong sensations in your knees, but strong more so than painful. Okay, so there's no sharpness. You feel the muscles in your thighs connecting. You have a sense of learning. What do my ankles do? What do my knees do? What do my hips do? And I'm in one long line through the torso. It's kind of like a back bend. Ultimately, what it ends up with is that you reach down and touch your ankles back to front. We won't be doing that this week, but just have a sense, leaning forward, leaning back one more time, leaning forward, or knees go forward, bum goes back. Nice. So bring both elbows to your knees. Your feet are a little bit wider apart than hip distance. And then bring all your weight into the left foot. Take your elbow off your right knee and roll your right foot in a circle. So the ball of your foot is rolling on the floor. All my weight is into my left. And then roll in the other direction. Let's come up onto the toes of the right foot and then come up onto the heel. Toes, heel, toes, heel. Nice. Other side. Lean all your weight into the right leg. I'm holding onto my right forearm. It feels very farmerish, very wonderful. And then roll your left foot in a circle. So the ball of your foot is rolling. You're just hearing that. How do you manage this in a forward leaning farmer pose? And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Come up onto your toes, push back onto your heel. Toes, heel. Nice. One more time. Push up onto your toes, back onto your heel. Both elbows, both knees. And then maybe come hover onto your toes, lift your heels a bit off the floor, and then drop down. Keep your feet flat, but just lift your toes off the floor. So you're leaning into your toes and then lifting your toes. Leaning into your toes, lifting your toes. And then onto the baby toe side of your feet, big toe side of your feet. And you're just learning, what does that do to my legs, to my ankles? So your knees can't move as much, so you probably won't have as much range as you lift here, but it's really pure ankle, which is very nice. Nice, just feel that. Nice, coming all the way up. Bring your feet towards each other and just stand and feel the length of the back of your neck again. Oh, wow. The dawn is beautiful. Wow, nice. Just pause, getting tall through the neck. So then bring your feet a little bit wide, wider than hip distance. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling and get really tall through your neck and then rock from one foot to the other. So keep your right arm reaching, and when you lift one heel off the floor and then the other heel off the floor, just feel that. What happens in your body? So I'm on the toes of the right foot, toes of the left foot, toes of the right foot, and exaggerate the movement in your ribs. So when you're on the toes of the right foot, shorten the right side. When you're on the toes of the left foot, shorten the left side. And just feel that you're reaching into the rib cage a little bit more. Notice your neck, get tall through your neck as you shorten the right side, shorten the left side. Nice, other side. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling and just rock from one toe to the other. And the toe that lifts, shorten that side of your rib cage by hiking your hip and dropping your shoulder. So you're trying to squeeze a little bit into the sides of your rib cage. Nice. Deepen your breath. What's your neck doing? Can you get tall through your neck? Oh, super. And drop your arm down. Cool. Interlock your fingers. Bring your arms overhead. And then draw a slow, steady circle with just the upper body. And imagine that you can point through the four corners of the room that you're standing in. And as you do it, what's your neck doing? I always love the kind of groany, achy yum of this. And then in the other direction. But I have to go really gently because I'm really working the edge of my movement as I do this. I can feel it in my voice. My voice goes a little bit like this. And it's amazing how close to the end of range we are in such a simple movement. Just feel that. Really hear the wellness of you, the ease of you as you mobilize. Nice. Bring your arms down, roll your shoulders forward, and really use your arms to exaggerate that rolling. And then just hear that, as I go back, what direction do my hands move in to exaggerate the movement of my shoulders? What's your neck doing? Can you stay alive and awake in the lengthening of your neck? And then roll your shoulders forwards. And what do your arms do to exaggerate the movement of your shoulders forward? Very nice. My collarbones really love this exaggerated arm movement. It really rolls my collarbones in the connections around it. That's very nice. Nice. And just pause. Get tall through your neck. Feel that in the body. Nice. So great. So come forward to the front of your mat. And as always, we're always cultivating wellness in what we do. And so, what does your wellness feel like? Do you know? What does your wellness look like in a shape and a gesture? Do you know? These are all normal movements. And so this morning I got obsessed with how do you open and close a car boot? And I was trying it out inside, and I had to go outside to the car at 5 o'clock this morning and open and close my boot a few times to see what kind of arm movements I do. So be interested in normal movements and go, how do I do that with my strong arm? And then how do I do that with my weak arm? So great enough. Reaching up, looking up, reach through your arms. And then lift and drop your toes a few times. So you're just lifting your toes, you're wiggling your toes gently on the floor, and you're reaching up and looking up. Nice. And then bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down, hands to the floor, and lift and drop your toes a few times. Just your toes, up and down, up and down. Nice. Hands to your shins, lift your chest, look forward, wiggle your toes. Feel how when you're holding on to your shins, the muscles of your shins are moving as you lift and drop your toes. Nice. Hands to the floor, stretch your right leg back. And then as you lift and drop your toes, stretch a bit more into the back heel. So you're stretching the back foot a little bit more. So lift and drop and really use your feet. Like how would you mobilize both of your feet right now? Nice. Step back into your plank and just feel your feet. How would you move your feet, stretch your feet, connect your toes? Nice. Oh, so cute. Drop your knees down, lower all the way down, and bring your elbows to the floor, interlock your fingers, and then just don't do anything with the upper body yet. Just squeeze your feet and lift your toes. So lengthen through the toes, really pointing. And then tuck your toes under and push your feet into the floor. So you lift your knees a bit more off the floor. So point your toes and then tuck your toes under and stretch. So just feel that. One is toes pointing. The other is your toes standing and you stretch into your heel. Cool. So we're going to use that in this movement. So push your elbows down, rise and look way down the beach and point into your toes. So feel your feet as we do this. Feel your neck as we do this. And then drop your head, tuck your toes under, lift your belly off the floor. Drop your belly down, point into your toes, rise, really feel your feet. Tuck your toes under, lift through the belly, drop. As you move, can you keep the awareness on your toes and your neck? So there's a sense of lengthening through the very top of you and down into the base of you. So as I rise, my toes point. As I drop my head and lift my hips, my toes are standing and tucked under. One more time, rise and point. Tucked under, lift, and keep going back. Cat pose. My toes are in the right position now for downward dog. And just wiggle your toes here, lifting your heels, wiggling your toes. You're not doing anything aggressive with your feet. You're just becoming aware and mobilizing your feet. They're trapped in shoes all day long, the poor little things, made into paddles rather than the incredible articular mobility that they have as a potential. Nice. So drop your knees to the floor and then lift your right knee up and let your right foot tap. And just do that a few times using the rounding of your back and the arching of your back. So as your toe comes forward, round. As your knee drops down, arch. So it's the cat pose with your leg moving. Just feel that. Rounding, arching, rounding, arching. Nice. Bring your foot to the floor and then help your foot forward. Stretch into your lunge, wiggle your toes. And step forward. Wiggle your toes. Slowly rounding up, Reach your arms wide, looking up, reaching up, long through your neck. Wiggle your toes, maybe wiggle your eyebrows, it's always a good thing. Slowly rolling all the way down, hands to the floor, lift and drop your toes. Nice, hands to your shins, lengthen, look forward, wiggle your toes. Can you lift your baby toes up? Can you widen through your feet? Really stretch and drop. Stretch and drop. So now we're expanding the soles of our feet. Nice, hands to the floor, step the left foot back. Stretch into your heel. Really use your toes, like grab the floor, lift them. Notice what your feet are doing. Neck is long, breath is down into your belly. Nice, step back into your plank. This is so cute. Wiggle your toes. When we were kids, there was 6 of us in the house and the family, and so we'd all be squished into the back seat and into the boot as well. And then we'd have cousins, and they'd be packed in beside the boot, and they'd be sitting on the wheel hub in the back of the boot. And so right now, my toes feel like kids in a boot. Drop your knees down, lower all the way down. So bring your elbows to the floor, interlock your hands. So as you push your elbows down, point into your toes and get long through the front of your body and down into your very tips of your toes. Drop your head down, tuck your toes under, lift your hips. Nice. Lifting through the torso, pointing through the toes. Rounding, tuck your toes under. Nice. Lifting, point through the toes. Notice your neck as it travels, round it deeply. And then create length through the back of your head, not through the lifting of the chin, but the rising of your ears. Again, one more time. Rounding and lengthening. Nice. You can push your hands down or push your elbows down, push back. Push all the way back, downward dog. And have a bit of a wiggle through your toes. Bending one knee more, bending the other. One knee and then the other. Bend both knees. Step forward with the, oh no, drop your knees down. Lift your left knee, and as you do so, as you tap your toes, round your back. As you drop your knee, arch your back. Round, arch. Notice your toes, round. Notice your neck, arch. Like, how do you include your neck in the movement? Round, arch. One more time. Round, arch. Bring your foot forward. Wiggle your toes. Step forward. Wiggle your toes. Nice. So come sit on the floor. Come all the way down, whatever way you do. Lengthen your legs out long in front of you. And so the next movement, I do it every morning in a squatting position, and I do 30 of each. So I would do it squatting, and then I would touch the floor and then reach up. But it's really, really full on when you do it that way. So we're going to do it in a seated position. And we're going to really notice just how do we mobilize. So we're going to start first by bringing our right hand to the front of our chest. And so this is the non-arm way of doing it. And then try and bring your right shoulder down to your left knee. And then sit back up again. Sit up tall. Pull your shoulder back. So you're drawing your shoulder down towards your left knee, just in that direction. And then pull your shoulder back. So if you're minding your shoulder, stay there. Otherwise, bring your fingers to the back of your head. Right fingers. Bring your elbow down in the direction of your knee. And then pull your elbow back. Sit up tall. So 4. Tall. So you're not forcing. It's mobilizing. So you're noticing what range you naturally have. So what is smooth in you in this range? How do you smoothly sit up tall and smoothly draw your elbow across? Just hear that one more time. Nice. Other side. So hand to the front of your chest. This is the non-arm version. Bring your shoulder down in the direction of your right knee. Left shoulder, right knee. And then pull your shoulder back. So you're mobilizing the rib cage, and that's really important, mobilizing the shoulder joint, but without any strain into the arm. Nice. If you're mobilizing your arm, then lift your fingers to the back of your head, pull your elbow back, and then draw your elbow down. So if you're hitting your elbow with your knee, you can go to the outside of your knee towards the floor, or you can create length somehow. How would you create more length? Maybe aim for the ankle if you wish. But just see, what is smooth in you, not what is the hardest version of this you can do. Nice. So non-arm version of the next one is bring your hands to your chest, round your back, bring your forehead down towards your knees, and then pull your elbows back and lean back a little bit. Nice. So you're just mobilizing into the chest. Nice. If you're doing the arm version, bring your elbows down outsides of your knees, and then pull your elbows back and lean backwards. You're just mobilizing, just here. Where do you move to? How do you do this, One more time. Nice. Last one of these. So bring your feet a little bit apart. And so if you want to straighten your left arm, bring your right hand behind you. And so I'm not pushing into the leg. My hand is resting really lightly, and I'm moving my torso so I can straighten my arm. Okay, so you can lean into your right hand if you wish to, or you can just mobilize. So you lean back, your arm is straightening. So my hand is glued to my knee really lightly, and I'm straightening my left arm, and I have to do something with my torso to move away so I can lengthen my arm. Nice. Other side. Right hand to your knee. Straighten your right arm. Really push down through the shoulder. You have to move into the torso as you do that. Oh, what a beautiful sunny morning. Nice. One more time. Super. Just come into a cross-legged position if that feels comfortable for you. And just wrap yourself around with your arms. And just close your eyes. Noticing your neck. Can you be tall through your neck? And just drop your breath into your belly. So that knee mobilization of the torso comes from this man called Ido Portal. And so Ido Portal is this he's just brilliant. He lives in Israel. I think he's in Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, I think. And what's amazing is that his thing is that there is no rules for movement. Often you'll do a movement practice. They say, well, you always have to do this and you always have to do that and change your arms in the other direction. And his thing is like, just find out what is movement. What is movement? Outside of any rules, what does our body do in movement? And anything that is weak, then gradually, steadily build it in normal movements that expand. It's just a really beautiful thing. Lengthening into your neck, feeling your sit bones on the floor. Just deepen your breath, closing your eyes. Slowing things down. It's really so you can come lie on the floor. Some of you ask me sometimes, if my hamstrings are tight, what do I do? Or if when I'm sitting on the floor and my lower back gets tired, what do I do? And ultimately, for something, the only way something changes is that you start to do it, but you do it in the smallest way possible. It's like the only way you're going to run a marathon is you have to start walking every day 100 meters. If you don't walk at all, start small and look at the expanding of what it is you can do and let that expand rather than, I can't run a marathon right now, so I'm not going to train. Okay, so same thing with if your back gets tired when you're sitting on the floor, then sit on the floor with loads of support and do it every day. Find something that you do that you're sitting on the floor. With different stages, we've had a challenge in my yoga classes that anytime you're on your phone, sit low, do the candle squatting or sit down into some kind of low position down closer to the floor. It's amazing. You don't spend that long on your phone anymore. You're really aware of how much time you're spending. So have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow. I talked a bit long there at the end, but great. Have a wonderful day. Ciao, guys. And as always, yeah, €10 per month. It's very cool that you contribute to the awesome work that Sinead and myself are doing to create, produce, edit, and all that every day for you. I feel like a yoga DJ with this voice. Welcome to Yogi Radio. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Be well, be awesome, and ciao for now.